Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303, episode 264. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Morahan. And as always, we have with us the producers, EPE and Nutty Putty. Today's episode, we'll get into head-to-head reviewed. We'll get into a pop culture pick'em, top 5 Olympic events. Know what the fuck headlines. We'll get into a blind 5, and then the main meat and potatoes will be the AFC North divisional breakdown for the year of 2024 in the year of COVID. Without further ado, how are you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm good, man. Tour de France ended. I have now devoted my life to road cycling. And that's it. I'm the oldest man to ride in the Tour de France one day.
And what's that age?
I don't know. I think Cavendish is old. Let's see. Oldest.
Is he like 36?
Yeah, like 36. Yeah. Oh, there was a dude that was 50 years old, but he competed in the 1904 race. Jens Voigt was 43 in 2014. So there you go.
Wow. First of all, to live to 50 in that time and then also be in good enough shape to race, very impressive.
Well, back then the riders took multiple cafe breaks. And back then, actually, in the early 1900s, they almost canceled the Tour de France indefinitely because they were such nuisances. They would legitimately think of the group of riders is called the peloton.
Yeah.
Right. Think of that group.
Oh, that's the machine you own.
Right. That's that right there. Shout out.
My goodness. Could you not have just done this?
For
those of you, sorry, Nick. For those of you watching or listening, Nick had a hard time pointing out the peloton in his background. So
yeah, love that. Love that for me.
Go ahead.
Imagine a group of about 100 riders stopping at a French cafe, raiding the cafe, and then jumping on their bikes and riding away. That's what they used to do in the Tour de France.
They wouldn't pay?
They wouldn't pay. Would jump out, would get on their bikes, stop the race. All of them would agree to stop the race, run into the cafe, steal whatever wasn't nailed down food-wise, get back on their bikes, and pedal away.
That is officially my new French stereotype.
What are you, bike stealers? What are you, cafe raiders?
What are you, cafe raiders? How you doing this evening, Nevada?
I'm doing well. I'm basking in the glory that is Nick Castellanos and all of the major events that he keeps hitting home runs for. Yellowstone blew its top a little bit today, so Castellanos home run or a few RBIs today. I don't know if they already played or not, but just a thought.
I think Eric's watching him right now.
Yeah, they're in the eighth, 0-0.
Oh,
Douglas hasn't hit a home run yet.
Walk-off dinger.
Someone hasn't told Castellanos
As long
that
as somebody's on
Yellowstone
base.
blew today. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Nevada, what's the collared shirt for?
Had some training today. I'm just too lazy to change so far.
Well, nope, totally get that. How you doing this evening, Eric?
Doing fantastic, man. Football season's almost back. Training camp starting. All the Eagles players checked in. And with football season being back, you know what that means.
It's so funny that has to be a fucking thing you say. Like, all the players checked in.
Everybody showed up, baby.
Because that's the new hotness. Like, nobody showed up. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
And that means fantasy football starting. And I'm back.
Would you like to elaborate as to how?
Back better, baby. So I mortgaged my entire team. I fire sold. I got 5 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. Now I have 6 young wide receivers. Great day. Great day for fantasy football trades. Now I got one more in the works if Kevin Ding Dong up here would just accept, hit the accept button. We'll work on it, though.
What?
Nick is Captain Ding Dong.
No, I know. He just didn't want to acknowledge him. Look at him playing coy. He's like,
I don't need to acknowledge it. There's have you sent me a second trade?
I'm just gonna wait until CD and T Higgins check into training camp. And
you know what, Eric? I spent a lot of time in the Navy. I'm ready to go down with this ship. I'm an honorable captain.
I love it. No, I told all my guys.
Why haven't traded Cooper Kupp?
It's because nobody's offered you shit, bro. He would have Cooper Kupp off long ago if he got an offer.
We're going down with this ship, boys.
Sorry,
Nick going down on stuff surrounded by seamen. A tale as old as time.
Title of his sex tape.
His memoir.
His memoir. All right, let's get into head-to-head here, Eric.
All right, let me get this pulled up. Boom. All right. So last week was week 29. A little bit better than the 2 weeks prior where we had gone a combined, what would it be?
0 for 24.
Yeah, 0 and 24 the last 2 weeks before this. We finally broke that streak here. Jermaine went 2-1. He's already a NASCAR guru hitting his first ever racing bet. He had Kyle Larson to win the Brickyard 400. And then he got shafted by Scotty Scheffler in the Open Championship. He blew that on the last day, right?
No, he wasn't in it from day one.
But he was the favorite entering it.
He was the favorite.
Shafted. And then he hit a NBA Summer League parlay, which is dope. So that puts him at 20 and 67, down 15.11 units. Nick went 0-3 per usual. 878-1, down 44.87 units. Nevada had a bad week, unfortunately, 0-3. 2661, 19 down 19.96 units. And I went 2-1, 24-63, up 2.99 units.
Eric's nervous, boys.
I'm not nervous.
Eric's nervous, boys.
Stitch together a couple wins. No more parlays. We'll be all right. Parlays is a losing man's bet.
It's
the stupidest shit ever, dude.
The most reassuring thing ever.
I just want to juice my odds as much as I can on bets that are just go single bets. Can't go wrong.
I mean, you can. You pick the loser.
Well,
by the way, for the 10s and 10s out there, Eric said that exact thing. Parlays are losing bets at the beginning of the show, and he's now back on the parlay train.
What do you mean?
You said you're back on the parlay train.
No. I'm so far off that train. It's not even funny. I'm not putting any more parlays in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a losing man's bet, dude.
Okay.
Can't do it.
I'm gonna hit the big one.
I'm sure you will, buddy.
How about just get to 10 wins first?
Oh,
no thanks.
What do you have? 1 win per month? Is that what it averages out to right there?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going towards. We're rebuilding right now. We're like Eric's fantasy football team.
It's awful right now.
He's on a 15-game losing streak, and he hasn't even gotten close to his longest losing streak yet of 22.
Dude, that is amazing.
But to put it into perspective, I don't want to just shit on Nick. Jermaine's longest losing streak's been 13. Nevada's has been 12, and mine has been 10. So it's been a fucking shit show for all of us.
Eric.
Yeah.
Nick has 2 losing streaks larger than all of ours. What do you mean you don't want to shit on
I'm just not trying to bury the guy. His players aren't reporting.
Have you been on this podcast very long?
I am, man.
Yeah.
Do you not understand what we do on this podcast?
2.0, bro. I'm trying to be better. You know what I mean?
It's kind of
well, then be better at burying Nick.
Well, obviously, you're not good at it so far. So, all right.
Yeah, that's the head-to-head. Better luck next week, boys, or this week, boys.
I mean, I had a good week, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You can still be better.
This is the guy afraid of parlays now.
Basketball faded. Now he's all done.
Now he's scared.
Now he's scared. Yep.
Nah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been living under a rock, this year is a presidential election. Therefore, that means we will be having the Olympics. In honor of the Olympics kicking off, some breaking news was dropped today. The IOC is starting an Olympics esports games. I have no further information other than they approved to create an Olympics esports games, which is kind of dope. So, do they have internet in Germany?
I think so, yeah.
You can't pick a country that might not actually have internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's in Uganda.
Come on. All right, let's get into the top 5 Olympic events, the pop culture pick'em. Today's order is myself, Nick, Eric, and Nevada. Ooh, I get to go first. I'm going to go with swimming. I'll go with swimming.
Yeah, good pick.
Like a specific swimming, or just the races?
Do we want
Synchronized.
me to pick a specific swimming?
No, only if you got one in mind.
Oh, so typically I like watching the butterfly stroke, just because it looks crazy when they're coming in and out of the water. But if I had to pick one, 400-meter butterfly. Is it 400?
It's probably there's a 400-meter butterfly.
Oh, it's my God.
Jesus,
That sounds too high, doesn't it?
it does sound too high.
That'd be 8 lengths, I think.
Yeah.
There is a 400-meter butterfly swimming event featured in the Olympics and the World Aquatic Championships.
Suck my butt, boys.
It's
totally
called the
knew
swimmer's worst nightmare.
that's why we were all shocked.
That's awful. I'll go my first pick, 1-1. I'll go 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
World's fastest man.
Noah Lyles.
Is that the current record holder?
No, Usain Bolt is. Noah Lyles is the double champ, though, right now.
Bet.
Is Usain Bolt's records like unbreakable, or are we getting close?
No, dude, it'll get beat.
It'll get beat, but it's pretty insane. People thought Michael Johnson's record was unbreakable from the 80s.
Shattered it.
And then Usain shattered it.
It's unbelievably fast to run 100 meters that way. Like for the record, but there will be another human that comes along that will smoke that.
And they're built entirely different, right? Michael Johnson's shorter, more stockier.
Yep.
Usain Bolt's taller, lankier. All right, word.
Yep.
With my first pick, I'm gonna go with women's beach volleyball.
Yep. Good pick.
My man.
Good pick.
I wonder why.
Very talented. My first pick, I'm going to go for the event that Usain Bolt loves and prefers to have the gold in, and that's the 200. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think it was earlier last week, something like that. He was talking about which record or what event does he take most pride in owning, and he says the 200 for sure.
200.
So I can see that. It's fun to chase someone down on a corner. Makes you feel all good inside.
Yeah, and a lot of the 200-meter racers don't have great. They're really great 200-meter racers because they don't get great starts. That's why they can't be 100-meter races. But they're still fast as fuck. So when they come around that corner, it's like, okay, here we go now.
Is that a Supra?
On the back-to-back, I'm going to go with the decathlon. The also known as the world's best athlete.
That's the one that Bruce Jenner won, right?
Yes, the artist formerly known as Bruce Jenner.
Sorry, the artist formerly known as Bruce Jenner. That's what he won, right? Back in the
Yes.
Dude, you said it correctly. Bruce Jenner won it. Caitlyn Jenner did not.
Yeah, that bitch ain't win shit. All right. I'm going to go with basketball, man, because at least I get to watch Team USA dominate.
Maybe.
Can I do a little bit of cheating here? Can I say the 4x100?
Dang,
Sure.
that was going to be mine.
Yeah,
Sure.
4x100. I mean, that is truly like a lot of these events, like the 100-meter, the 200-meter, have kind of been individual people. The 4x100 truly has been USA against Jamaica, and I think is one of the best events to watch in both the men's and the women.
It is I love relay races, so I totally get it. I'm gonna go with women's gymnastics here. Was pretty shocked that this was able to get back to me, so I'll take women's gymnastics and 400-meter butterfly. And then for my next one, I'll take Greco-Roman wrestling.
That's a good one. Oh, women's gymnastics is a good one. That takes a lot of them out.
I guess I could.
No,
pick
you're good.
I could
You're
pick because I like what's that?
The
Man,
pommel horse.
They're all fire though. I'll
The
take
parallel bars.
No, I like
floor routine.
What's the vault? What's the one where they sprint and they hit the?
I think it's called the vault.
The vault.
It's called the vault, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jermaine's taking the vault. I'll go with another women's gymnastics event, water polo. No, Eric, it's just water polo, not women's water polo. Having attempted to play the sport in college,
incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I did. I mean, like, amazing.
Those are some of the most conditioned motherfuckers in the world.
Oh yeah. And what you don't see is what's going on underneath the water
when they're trying to eat your dick.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not figurative, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Like Kobayashi.
Num.
All right. I don't really know like the specific events, so I'm just gonna generalize it and just say women's diving.
I'm getting a theme here, Eric.
Like the 3-meter platform diving and the 6-meter platform.
One. The highest one.
Was that 10-meter, I believe?
I don't know. Let's see if the Olympic website has any info.
Synchronized diving.
I think it's higher than
10,
that.
10 meter is the highest
for
men and women. There's synchronized 10 meter, and then there's just individual 10 meters.
The synchronized.
And then there's a 3-meter springboard.
Yeah, the synchronized one is insane.
The synchronized is amazing.
Chinese women own the women's synchronized diving.
Well, that's because they're all born the same height.
They're all clones.
Yeah. Are these all Summer Olympic events?
You can laugh, Eric. It's allowed.
It's funny you say that because I was just about to go to the winter. I'm going to go with the biathlon.
Oh,
because I get absolutely gassed just watching them, like their legs just burning, and then to pop up and hit 5 bullseyes and then do another lap. It's just ridiculous.
The craziest thing about the biathlon is you have to hit all bullseyes. Your time comes down to how fast you can ski. You have to hit all bullseyes or you have no chance at medaling.
Yeah.
It's both those events are wild. The decathlon looks just awful.
Yeah.
Just looks awful.
For the back-to-back, I'll stick with the winter theme. Got to go with bobsledding.
Is it because of cool running?
Cool running style, yeah.
That a boy.
Is that how it's spelled? B-O-B? Sledding? S-L-E-D-D-I. Right?
Hold on, let me consult the computer you don't have.
Oh, okay.
It's one word.
It's one word?
Yep.
All right. And then with my next pick, I'm going to go with figure skating.
Women's?
Doubles? Singles?
Don't matter. As long as
men's doubles?
some Tanya Harding shenanigans is afoot. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this got back to me. I'm going to go ice hockey.
Nobody cares. America sucks.
Yeah, once they get the players back in, it'll be good.
That's true. That's one of the reasons why nobody cares right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is fascinating. Where can I go? Give me soccer. Obviously.
Soccer is entertaining.
Footy. Some good old-fashioned footy.
Football.
And is boxing still an Olympic sport?
Yeah,
Correct.
it's on the website.
Yep.
Bet. Give me boxing for sure.
Still one of like the most definitive things in boxing. Oh, he's an Olympic level. He's an Olympic gold medal boxer.
Oh, okay. He's pretty fucking good.
I have a tie here, but I'm going to go with ski jumping.
No. Tie goes to the runner.
All right. Just because I know I could never do it.
The one where they send themselves off like the 300-foot ramp.
And jump like 600 feet.
Yeah.
They're going like they're going like 100 miles per hour. They just have to maintain aerodynamic position.
I love the I'm more of a half pipe guy. Those half pipe runs on snowboard, they're getting crazy with it too. I'm like, you guys are spinning so fast. What happens if you are off by like a quarter inch?
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, you could try to do it over a freeway.
No, Eric, no.
All right. With my last pick, I'm going to go with futsal. It's the 5-on-5 indoor soccer.
It's called what?
Futsal. FUTSAL.
I don't actually know what it comes from, but I do know that name.
It's Brazilian.
Brazilian is Spanish. Futebol sala is Spanish, and then the Portuguese call it futebol de salão. But they started it.
They just had to make it more. They just had to add
extra
French
word. McGee over here.
So
but it did originate in South America, and it's 5-on-5.
The Americans just came in and said, "We're going to shorten this word into 5 letters."
Probably.
My last pick is going to be probably the one Olympic sport where I feel like I could try out for it.
Don't you dare say curling.
It's curling.
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
That is not. This should not have made the list for the record, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't tell me you're not sitting there at 11 in the morning in the winter and you're like, man, I'm bored, and you're like flipping through, and then USA has some curling match on, and you're like, all right, I'll watch it.
What's like?
Yeah, but it's not a top 20 Olympic event. That's what I was saying.
What's like that board game, like tabletop
Shuffleboard.
game?
Shuffleboard.
Is that what it? So I know I could never be good at curling because I'm god awful at that game.
Well,
but you don't have anybody trying to stop it.
In curling,
people are brooming in front of it. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, in shuffleboard, you launch those discs like you're trying to hit the back of the wall. Like,
I'm just not good at it, so I figure I wouldn't be good at the that.
How can you be good at something you don't play that often, though?
Because usually when I pick up something, I'm either good at it or not.
So if you're not a natural born athlete in that sport, you're like, nah, this is a dumb sport.
It is what it is.
It's not true.
We move on.
You've gotten better at cornhole.
Only when I play with Rolo, bro. Or Role, sorry.
Rolo. You guys got any honorable mentions?
Isn't that the candy?
Yeah, it is the chocolate candy. My aunt loves those shits.
I'm going to do speed skating.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't know the name of it, but it's the one where they like basically whitewater raft in the canoes.
Oh.
Canoe slalom or slalom or
yeah.
Slalom.
I don't know what it is.
Canoe slalom.
I don't know what it's called. I think that's what it's called. What is it?
Slalom.
Slalom? I thought it was a Jewish sport, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Canoe slalom.
It's the only kosher Olympic sport around.
Can't believe that popped in of all things.
Oh, dude.
Bro, you said Shabbat Shalom, bro. Like the sport.
Shalom.
I'm gonna go with rowing.
Oh my god,
rowing is fucking awesome.
I always
rowing?
wonder, where they find these rivers or lakes where they're just rowing for 2 miles. They're just in the same spot. Like you go to.
I don't understand the question.
Like in Rio, there's just a river that's straight enough to go 2 miles. I feel like most rivers would be bending. Where they wouldn't have enough.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, enough runway to have the sport, but
they probably create it.
We defeated nature once. We can do it again.
Fuck you, nature.
Fuck that mother.
Oh, it doesn't tell you what river they're going to use in Paris this time.
It was the was it
Seine?
not the Rhine? Seine?
The Seine?
They have all those.
The
they have
what,
all the,
Eric?
The bacteria issues.
The what, Eric? No. Yeah, the what, Eric?
The Sen?
Thank you.
Bro, you know it, and you still said 100 in Spanish, bro. This fucking guy, this guy,
dude, what a
He doesn't tell me
dork!
this is so stupid.
What a dork!
isn't the Cien in Paris, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Paris Olympics.
What? Hold on, no, it is. What are you guys saying?
Cien,
The river is called the Seine.
Yeah.
Cien.
No.
It is on the Sen. It is.
Don't listen to Google Translate over there.
It is on the Sen. I don't know if it's like on a straightaway stretch or what, but
I'm just doing it to piss Nick off now. I kept saying it. I kept saying Cien. He kept getting progressively more upset.
One of the other ones at Summer Olympics that I thought was pretty cool last time, so I'll probably try to check it out, was that it's like the mountain bike course. Did you guys see that one?
No, mountain biking?
Yeah. They have like a course that's pretty cool.
That's pretty tight. I really wish they would do billiards.
Uh-oh, boys. Castellanos is up.
Bottom of the ninth?
Bottom of the ninth.
let's count.
How many on?
Runners on first and second.
Here we go, Eric.
2-2 count.
This is where you bread your butter.
Oh, dude, we're up 1-0. I just need one more run. Fucking Nikki, come on, dude.
This is where you bread your butter.
Come on, Nikki.
He called a timeout.
Nikki.
2-2. We take this break from the podcast.
For the record, 2 months ago, he hated this guy.
He's an uber douche, but
No, he's
our
not.
douche.
He's just a baseball guy.
He's the man.
He's only known
is
baseball.
awesome.
He's pretty douchey when he wants to be.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
ball. 3-2.
3-2.
Bullets.
K him up. K him up.
I need
What kind of stress are you feeling right now, Eric? Walk us through this.
We're winning
Yeah.
1-0. It's just
Eric, talk us through this.
I can't. pick
How are
a
you feeling?
fucking Head-to-head to save my life, dude.
Who do you think's more stressed?
You
or
won
Nick?
2 last week. What are you so
Oh, he
dramatic
doubled.
about?
Let's go.
Oh, double. A double's not what we wanted.
Hey, 3-0,
No.
baby.
The
End
double's
the game,
not.
ref.
The game.
It's the bottom, Eric. The other team doesn't get a bat.
The double's.
It's the top.
No, it's
We're
the
in
top.
Minnesota. Minnesota gets the bat.
All right. Well, I asked bottom, and Nick said yes.
Oh, sorry.
So
Well, I thought I misled you.
shoot the messenger then. Holy shit, we can catch fly balls now? Since when, Chicago? Bro, I love Seiya Suzuki. Tremendous ball player, but that man is an adventure in right field. Holy fuck.
It makes
I
watching
will
the game
say-
fun.
To Jermaine's defense, I feel like players are always harder on their teams. What's that kid's name, Morel?
Christopher Morel?
Bro, I don't know much about baseball, but that guy should not be playing in the field. Anywhere. Anywhere in the field.
Eric has heard me bitch about how we are the first percentile in shitty fielding from third base. And Eric was just like, you're just being dramatic, bro. You're just being dramatic, bro. We watched like 5 games in a row where 3 or 4 plays a game, he could not make the routine
In
out.
one
Booted
game
it.
against the, I believe it was the Pirates, the batter hit it towards it stayed in, but it went towards the outside of the third base plate. This dude turned towards second to try to catch it.
Smart.
He went the whole, like, what are you doing, fam?
But see, the ball doesn't expect that.
Smart.
But the
He's
ball
not
doesn't
a-
expect that. Yeah.
He's-
So that's great. So Eric's team is probably going to win. Your team can't field a ball at third base. Would you like to know what our team did this week?
Yeah, what did the Orioles do?
No, not the Orioles. That's my mistress. Do you want to know? You want to know what my married team did?
Okay.
They announced they won't be trading their third baseman.
No, the guy I wanted.
Yeah.
Sons
They
of
announced
bitches.
that was team news. And Nevada, correct me if I'm wrong, but they announced it like it was team news that was going to make everybody happy. They even did a little mini press conference with him where he's like, "I'm staying in Colorado," and it's like, okay.
They did a press conference with him.
It was a cringy meeting with him and the GM as well, because he's like, I need to sit down with you to figure out what our future is.
It's so bad, dude.
Your team is a fucking joke, bro.
It's less than that. Jokes are funny. Jokes bring joy into this world.
Dude, Eric and I laugh all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Our team is the DMV. Nobody likes going there, and people put it off.
They were saying like he might be the guy
That's
that we
not
build
even close to being a
build the club around.
Mhm.
He's gonna be 30. You don't build the club around somebody who's 30.
Your third baseman is 30?
He'll be 30 in December.
He looks young.
It's
I mean,
just
30
his
is
baby-
technically
it's just his baby
thir-
face.
30 is technically young, but you know what I mean. Professional sports wise.
Yeah.
Let's get into this blind five, Nevada. We don't want to revel in your misery too much.
There's been a lot of misery. Pick a number between
God
No. Missouri is where good baseball teams play.
1 through 7. Pick a number 1 through 7, boys.
5.
5.
4.
Just to be contrary.
All right, we're going with 5. All right, first entry is going to be Bret Hart.
Oh man, the best there ever was, the best there ever will be,
Bret the Hitman.
and the
Hart.
best there is.
Whoa.
Oh, Michaels.
No, that's his tagline, Eric.
Oh.
Yeah, Eric, you dummy.
No, so when he cuts his promos, he's like, he always says, "I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be." Like he basically, like nobody in the future is going to be better than me. Nobody that was before me is better. He's the man. Bret Hart is the man. Fuck me, but if Shawn Michaels is on this list, how about this, Nevada? Is Shawn Michaels on this list?
No comment.
So I'm not the hugest Bret Hart guy. Personally, I was a HBK motherfucker. So, I mean, if Undertaker's on this, if Sting is on this, if Hulk Hogan's on this, like all of those, maybe not
It
Hulk
might not even be
Hogan.
wrestlers.
I'm good with 4. Let's go
4?
4. Let's
Okay.
go 4. It might not be wrestlers. You're right.
Could be humans with names after organs.
Oh, like Andrew Penis.
Yeah, something like that.
What's his name? That Wiener guy who got kicked out for
Anthony
showing
Weiner.
his
Anthony
wiener.
Weiner.
Wiener.
Who
All
sent nude pictures to a staffer.
She asked for him. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Could you see what she was typing?
She had the 3 bubbles. It was basically asking for it. You know what I mean?
Room303 does not condone any sort of.
Imagine we had a guy.
Yeah.
He popped up like the whoopsie guy from Mortal Kombat.
This is a joke. Room303 obviously does not condone any violence or sexual misconduct towards women.
First of all, have you seen a dick by itself? That does not need to be texted to somebody. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not attractive. Like,
Yeah,
what are we doing, boys?
Gentlemen, let's have a PSA. Nobody wants to see that.
Dude, nobody wants to see that, bro.
Eric, let's have a PSA. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
No.
Not even Snapchat. All right, it's 3 seconds gone forever. That's 3 seconds too much.
Bro, for real. I'm on this page. Unless they say send me your Johnson. That
Which
might
no
be-
girl's ever said.
Can't confirm some girls have said it. All right, Nevada, give us a second option. Nick
Congrats
knows.
to you, Jermaine.
Nick
Next
knows.
entry is going to be CM Punk.
Ooh.
Negatives 1,000.
CM Punk is the fucking man, bro.
Pussy.
Nick. All right, Eric clearly does not like CM Punk.
He's entertaining. Again, I didn't really watch his come up. He's very entertaining. He puts butts in seats.
Below Bret Hart.
I would say yes because
All
I grew up with Bret Hart.
All right, you should definitely watch CM Punk's run. It's fucking awesome.
He never wrestles. He's always injured.
He held the title for 400 years and dropped it to The Rock before he faced John Cena at WrestleMania. What are you talking about?
Always
I said
injured.
400 years. I meant days. He
Never
does.
wrestles.
He gets
400 years.
400 years.
He is Irish. He could have been the Highlander.
There can only be one.
All right. Next up is going to be Stone Cold.
Ooh.
Oh.
Man,
I'd say 2.
my thing is, if HBK is not on this list, Stone Cold's got to be number 1. But are we gonna ride the line? Here, how about this? We'll put him 2 and hope that the Undertaker comes up, and then we could always put him up. But if he hits us with like Rikishi at number 1, I'm gonna be salty as fuck.
Rikishi. Booker T.
All right. Your next entry is The Big Show.
Oh, easy 3.
Easy 3?
I love the Big Show, but he's not better than Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, okay. Where do we put Bret Hart 4?
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
Should have put him at 3, like you said. That was on me.
Big Show 3, I guess. I never liked the Big Show.
He's awesome though.
He's just big. I get it. I get the name. I get he can't do the flying and the jumping.
We could call him Paul White if you want to go by his other name.
That's a fit. He should just wrestled under that.
He did with WCW.
Okay.
And then he went to
Fire name.
And then he went to WWE and they called him the Big Show. And that's when Brock Lesnar F5'd him off the top rope and broke the ring. So Big Show's always got a soft spot in my heart because of that right there.
That's
and he
true.
used to just punch people. Like his finishing move was just a punch.
Yeah.
One time Rey Mysterio was like ran towards the ropes, ran off, and Big Show was just like boom. I was like, oh, that's my boy though. Dude.
All right, 3. All right.
All right. And at number 1, you got Vince McMahon.
Oh,
this wedding is horseshit, dude.
come out here, you rapist.
We should have just put Stone Cold 1, dude. Although Vince McMahon was bad entertaining. When he so Randy Orton and Batista, they fucked up a Royal Rumble finish. Right?
On purpose?
No, it was on accident.
Oh, on accident?
It was just a botch is what they call it in the biz.
Right. In the biz.
In the biz. So they botched the Royal Rumble ending and they both eliminated themselves at the same time. So Vince McMahon comes out fucking hot, right? Because he's like, this is not how I planned this show. This is the penultimate event for WrestleMania, right? This sets up WrestleMania. So he comes out pissed the fuck off. And he's so hot, he jumps into the ring and tears both quads and can't stand up. So he's sitting on the ground yelling at motherfuckers. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening, dude? Oh, dude.
Imagine being so angry and so tense and so stressed that when you jump in, how high are rings, Jermaine?
They're about like 3 feet off the ground.
So you get 3 feet up in the air, and all of a sudden your quads go out to lunch.
They just took the rest of the night off.
How bonkers!
One of my other favorite Vince McMahon, him versus Donald Trump at WrestleMania, hair versus hair match. Bobby Lashley won it for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump shaved his head. Shane McMahon was getting Vince McMahon ready to wrestle Stone Cold, and they had these montages of like Rocky training, of like him like punching meat and like running on the beach, like wildly entertaining. Vince McMahon lost touch towards the end, but he was an 80-year-old man in a completely different world. So what'd you expect? But
the clip of him saying the N-word, going backstage and saying the N-word is still all time.
The best part is he walks past Booker T afterwards. You've seen in that scene, right?
Yeah.
Dude, and Booker T is just like,
yeah. Amazing.
Booker T was trying not to laugh. You know,
amazing.
Dude. You know, Booker T
because Vince McMahon just like walks past him. So amazing.
Oh, Vince McMahon he's very entertaining. Troublesome man, very entertaining.
We don't Room303 does not condone his personal actions.
We really need to get one of those guys, dude.
But he puts on a good show. All right, Nevada, read us back the list.
All right, would you guys like to take a guess on the subject or the topic?
Oh,
so number 1, you got Vince McMahon. At 2, you still got Stone Cold, The Big Show, Bret Hart, and then CM Punk.
Wrestlers.
Is it more specific than that? Like, I just assumed that's what it was from Rip.
No,
Are you
it's more specific than just wrestlers.
More specific than just wrestlers.
Irish wrestlers.
Big Show.
Is CM Punk from Canada? No,
CM Punk's from Chicago.
Yeah, never mind.
Bret Hart's from Canada. Stone Cold's from Texas. Vince McMahon's from Connecticut or New York. And the Big Show, I have no fucking clue.
probably multiple states. How big he is.
That big bitch.
I don't know.
I don't know. CM Punk actually throws me off on this list.
But
What
McMahon's the one that throws me off.
world champions?
Yes, WWE World Champs.
Oh, dart throw. Damn, we got it, boys.
We did it.
That's
We
it. Time to wrap the pod on a high, dude.
There we go. See ya.
The Big Show was born in South Carolina.
Yeah, dude, you could have given me 50 guesses. I don't think I get that.
Paul White.
7 foot, 380 tree.
So, by the way, for the tens and tens who didn't hear that joke, that's a pretty solid joke.
The 50 guesses?
Yeah. Nuanced joke. More intelligent will get it. Eric, there's 50 states.
Yeah.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No?
All right. So let's get into what are we doing?
Division
AFC
breakdown.
North.
Sorry, I was channeling my inner Joe Biden.
It's cannibals.
Is Joe Biden's not dead, right?
Oh, well. You ever heard of a man named Joe Paterno?
Joe Paterno,
Yep.
the fucking Penn State coach.
Yeah. You remember what happened
Did
when he got out of football?
Did the Democrats Joe Paterno, Joe Biden?
I think so.
Damn, that's crazy. He did give up on life as soon as he couldn't coach football.
That's going to be old
Yep.
Sleepy Joe.
He couldn't. Sleepy Joe couldn't stop black people from succeeding anymore, so he killed himself.
Nah, I don't know about killing himself. Metaphorically, I guess. Yeah.
Metaphorically, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Everything Room 303 says on this podcast involving death is metaphorical.
Wait, hold on. What? J.K. Dobbins was not signed.
What?
J.K. Dobbins was given an extension, maybe? Question mark.
Oh, they have the team in parentheses. That's a weird way of doing this. All right. My bad, boys. My bad. All right, we're getting into the AFC North breakdown for the 2024 season. As we alluded to, training camp has recently kicked off this week with rookies reporting, and I think most veterans are there now, except for CeeDee Lamb and T. Higgins. And we'll be getting into the AFC North division, of course. Last year, the order that this division finished in was Baltimore Ravens at 13-4, Cleveland Browns at 11-6, Pittsburgh Steelers 10-7, and Cincinnati Bengals 9-8. Every single team was above 500. This division was actually pretty fucking crazy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it was good.
I need to open up the doc. All right, so we'll get into the departures here for the Baltimore Ravens. So Tyler Huntley joined the Browns, Dobbins and Edwards joined the Chargers, Beckham Jr. joined the Dolphins, Duvernay joined the Jaguars, Morgan Moses was traded to the Jets, John Simpson also joined the Jets, Zeitler joined the Lions, Mustapher joined the Broncos. Damn, that sounds like a Star Wars guy.
Mustafar.
Jadeveon Clowney joined the Panthers. Delshon Phillips joined the Texans. Patrick Queen joined the Steelers. Ronald Darby joined the Jaguars. Rock Ya-Sin joined the 49ers. Geno Stone joined the Bengals. And Tyler Ott joined the Commanders. Players they signed this offseason, or I guess they're stayed with them. Hold on. Let me double check this list real quick. This is just departures.
I sent you both links. One is departures, one is arrivals.
So
All right.
while Jermaine's looking that up, we'll get into the big one, right? Derrick Henry, coming over from the Tennessee Titans to the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles. Jeez, I got Orioles on the brain. Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the biggest one.
Yeah, Derrick Henry joined them. Nelson Aguilar signed a 1-year extension. Deontay Hardy came over from the Bills. Josh Jones joined them in free agency. They signed edge Kyle Van Noy. Defensive lineman Justin Matabuke re-signed for a monster 4-year, $98 million contract with $75.5 million guaranteed. Brent Urban re-signed. Chris Board is a linebacker special teamer, signed a free agent. Malik Harrison re-signed, and Arthur Mullet re-signed. And they also brought in Josh Johnson, the quarterback. All right,
They
Eric,
just signed safety Eddie Jackson yesterday.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Come on, NFL.com. Aren't you the leader in all things NFL? What the fuck?
What are we doing?
That's
What are
Room 303.
That's why the listeners listen.
For the band. Oh my God. They don't listen for me.
All right. So we're doing Baltimore. Finished first last year at 13-4. Their Super Bowl odds are plus 1,000. Their odds to win the division are plus 140. To make the playoffs is minus 260. To miss the playoffs is plus 205. And their line has been set at 10.5. I'm just going to go in order of the sheet. So I'll start with you, Jermaine. What do you got for that?
Baltimore had a bad offseason.
Can I stop you real quick? Keep in mind, and I will keep track of this, only 7 teams make the playoffs from each side. So I will keep track of that. And then once you hit 7, no more can make, unless you guys just want to take the bets like as is.
Yeah, I get it. You can bet more to make the playoffs, but we'll have 7 at the end.
Okay.
Cool. Ideally, we're not picking more than 7, but if if it's plus money, I don't blame you.
The only reason I bring it up is because this is one of those divisions where you could see 3 getting in. So just wanted to
for sure, especially with how bad the actually no, this is the AFC is actually pretty fucking good. Yeah. So look, Baltimore is like my new team where I'm like, yeah, maybe they could win the Super Bowl, but I'm not gonna ever pick them to win it until they're gonna have to prove me wrong, right? It was like the Boston Celtics. It was like the Utah Jazz, which I won. I finally lost on the Boston Celtics, but I was 7 years strong. So I'm not gonna pick them to win the Super Bowl. Man, that was a weird noise I just made. I don't like going first on this team. I don't know if they win the division. I am going to say yes to make the playoffs. And
do you want to go through their schedule first?
Yeah, we should probably look at the schedule.
Nick, you got that schedule pulled up?
Yeah, schedule. So Baltimore Ravens, week 1, they open with, go away, ESPN. They open with at Kansas City, then Las Vegas.
Wait, hold on. They don't open with go away ESPN?
No, they don't. That was a drop-down menu that ESPN popped up that I had to remove to see the schedule.
Got it.
Okay. Thursday Night Football, they open at KC. Then they go Las Vegas at home, at Dallas, Buffalo at home, at Cincinnati, Washington, at Tampa, at Cleveland, Denver, Cincinnati. That Cincinnati game is Thursday night, at Pittsburgh, at Los Angeles Monday night. East
Chargers
Coast team,
or Rams?
Chargers. East Coast team traveling west. Then Philly bye week at the Giants, Pittsburgh at Houston, and Cleveland to end the year, week 18.
Holy fuck.
Jeez.
To get to 11 wins is...
That's what you get.
Fuck.
That's what you get. You earned it.
that was a brutal fucking schedule.
Yeah.
I don't like their offensive line. But man, they added Derrick Henry. So question mark, man. I'm gonna say yes to make the playoffs. Obviously, I already took that. And give me no. Give me under. And I don't have them winning the division.
Okay.
Fantastic line, right? I agree with Jermaine. I think their offensive line is not where they need it to be. If we expect Roger Rosengarten, who's a tackle they got in the draft, I really liked their draft.
Every year.
But yeah, I mean, every year. But, I guess we ask this question to them every year. I think this is one of the years where guys have to be forced into playing early for the Ravens. Derrick Henry's good. Jermaine said no offensive line. Metabuke is a great re-signing. I think losing Patrick Queen and Geno Stone is not good. Patrick McQueen not leaving the division is huge.
It's almost disrespectful.
There's still a Baltimore team that won 13 games last year. I'll cover it with this next team. I don't think they win that many. Man, this 10.5 line is amazing.
It's perfect, isn't it?
I will take them, yes, to make the playoffs. I will take them over 10.5, but it's only going to be by a half. And I think Jermaine is taking them under by a half.
I think they win 10 games.
Yeah.
That's
where I think
they
win 11 games.
All right, Nevada tiebreak us.
Oh, no.
Oh, we lost him.
Did we lose him?
I don't like any of these teams. In fact, I like a nice glass of Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. In the glass, he drinks it out of his plastic, of course.
Of course.
Eric, you want to just give us yours and we'll move on for Nevada's?
Yeah, so they're definitely not winning the Super Bowl. They're not winning the division. They will make the playoffs, and it will be under 10.5.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Quick, easy, to the point, succinct, as the ladies and gentlemen would call it. Let's go ahead and get into the departures for the Cincinnati Bengals. AJ McCarron is in the XFL. Joe Mixon was traded to the Texans. Tyler Boyd went to the Titans. Irv Smith went to the Chiefs. Mitchell Wilcox went to the Patriots. Jonah Williams went to the Cardinals. DJ Reader went to the Lions. Josh Tupou is just gone. Chidobe Awuzie joined the Titans, and safety Nick Scott joined the Panthers. As far as additions, they signed Zach Moss to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Wide receiver T. Higgins received the non-exclusive franchise tag. Nick, any thoughts on that?
I mean, they didn't lose him totally.
Trent Irwin re-signed on a 1-year, $2 million deal. Mike Gesicki signed a 1-year deal. Tanner Hudson re-signed on a 1-year deal. Drew Sample re-signed on a 3-year, $10.5 million extension. They signed Trent Brown to a 1-year deal. They re-signed Cody Ford. They signed Sheldon Rankins to a 2-year, $26 million deal. They signed Akeem Davis Gaither to a 1-year deal. Von Bell re-signed, actually came back to the team, signed a 1-year deal. And then they signed Geno Stone away from the Baltimore Ravens, 2 years, $15 million. If you want to get us into this odds, Eric, and then we'll get into the schedule.
Yeah. So for Cincinnati, For Cincinnati, I should have got my glasses here. Plus 1,300 for the Super Bowl, plus 145 to win the division, minus 260 to make the playoffs, plus 200. So it's same odds as the Baltimore Ravens, minus 260 to make the playoffs, plus 205 to miss the playoffs. Their line is set at 10.5 as well.
Nevada, before we get any further into the Cincinnati Bengals, you want to give us your tie-breaking thoughts on the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, something to consider. Baltimore is the home of the original Washington Monument. It was finished in 1829, which was 19 years ahead of when D.C. started their own Washington Monument. Interesting little tidbit for you. I'm curious to see what the three-headed monster of Lamar, Henry, and Patrick Ricard does. Again, like you guys alluded to, the offensive line's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but those are still three very good backers. I think Baltimore gets the playoffs. I have them under 10.5 just because of that nasty schedule. I think their defense is about the same, if not better. They have a new DC, but he's been in-house for the last couple of years, so don't expect a lot of change there. So, yeah, everything else you guys said on board with, but Yeah, under, but making the playoffs.
Okay. Sweet. Nick, you want to give us the Cincinnati Bengals schedule?
Yeah, so they open week 1 against New England, at KC, Washington, at Carolina, Baltimore, at the Giants, at the Browns, Eagles, Raiders, at Baltimore, at the Chargers, a bye week, Pittsburgh, at Dallas, at Tennessee, Cleveland, Denver, at Pittsburgh to end the year, week 18.
Great. We're going in the same order, right, Eric?
Yes.
All right. So I'll take them over 10.5. Yes to make the playoffs. Yes to win the division.
Do it.
I can't do it, dude. I'll abstain from the Super Bowl. I almost did it, dude. It would be poetic justice the year that Eric embraces the tank that Joe Burrow makes it back to the Super Bowl.
Hey, I'll be rooting for him if it's not against Philly.
Well, I'll have enough balls to do it. Eric, give me Bengals to win the division. Give me Bengals to make the playoffs. Give me over 10.5. And give me the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
Fuck me. Nick is so cold, Eric. Can you put him first next time?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't want to have the same line as him. I would have pivoted to Cleveland if I knew Nick was taking Cincinnati.
I got you.
Here we go. I'm fucked in the butt now.
All right, so just to knock mine out, no, they will not. For Cincinnati, no, they will not win the division. No, they will not win the Super Bowl. No, they will not make the playoffs, and they will be under.
Whoa, Joe Burrow hate. Why? Because his new haircut?
No, I actually think it's a cool haircut. It looks good on him. Just the NFL's unpredictable. This is what I'm going with. I got no logic or reason behind this decision.
Just
with
flip the coin.
Yeah, with this division, look, it is what it is, dude. At the toss up.
I mean, 9 wins without Joe Burrow. Quit kicking me, dog.
Hey,
About to come over there and bite you, bro.
He's gonna bite your dick off.
This is water polo. It is, bro. Meet me in the pool.
Get in the pool, Eric.
Get in the pool.
What you got?
Was that me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Cincinnati. The inventor of the Pringles can is buried there inside a Pringles can after he was cremated.
Oh, God.
Bro, I'm glad you specified he was cremated.
I know.
Can you imagine that a human-sized Pringles can? You imagine how confused archaeologists would have been?
Fuck you, Milwaukee.
Like
Dude,
2,500 years from now?
Yeah, when I was writing it down, I was like, I should probably throw in there that he was cremated before he was put in the can.
Bro, because I pictured his coffin as a Pringles can.
Yeah.
Like, there was so many ways for me to go that way, dude. Oh, man.
All right. For Cincinnati, it's pretty much the same team as last year for the most part. Bringing some guys back. Obviously, T. Higgins isn't very happy, and by all intents and purposes, it sounds like Trey Hendrickson probably wants out if he ain't going to get paid. Lost Joe Mixon. I'm always concerned with Burrow's health. I feel like that's been his bugaboo since he got into the league. If he's healthy for an entire year, then he could easily win this division. But until I see consistency with that, I want to say they win the division, but Nick picked them to win the division, so I'm going to change gears. I'll say
smart man.
Don't win the division, but make playoffs.
And then over under on the 10.5.
Shit. Put myself into a quagmire here. Screw it. They're going to win the division. I can't. Not over 10.5, win the division.
Cool.
Bro, I'm thinking about the AFC, and making the playoffs is
not fun.
I could see all 4 of these teams making it. But
yeah.
The Bills, Jets, and Dolphins also exist in a division.
Yep.
Man, this is fascinating. All right, I guess I'm pigeonholed into Ravens Bengals. I'm gonna have to fade the Browns. Let's get into the departures for the Cleveland Browns. Jeff Driscoll joined the Commanders. He's still alive.
Yeah, dude.
Joe Flacco joined the Colts. PJ Walker joined the Seahawks. Yes, that's 3 quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. Kareem Hunt's free agent. Marquise Goodwin's a free agent. Harrison Bryant's a free agent. Jaron Christian is a free agent. Nick Harris joined the Seahawks. Jordan Elliott joined the 49ers. Sion Takitaki joined the Patriots. Anthony Walker joined the Dolphins. Mike Ford joined Texans. And safety Duron Harmon is still a free agent. Their additions this offseason, they added Tyler Huntley. And they added Jameis Winston. Fuck it, someone's out there. Jameis Winston. They signed running back Donta Foreman and Nyheim Hines. They traded for Jerry Jeudy and signed him to a 3-year contract worth up to $58 million, including $41 guaranteed.
Wow.
James Proche re-signed. Guard Michael Dunn re-signed. Jermaine Ifedi joined them in free agency. Brian Allen signed with them. Edge Zadarius Smith re-signed on a 2-year, $23.5 million deal. D-lineman Shelby Harris, Maurice Hurst, both re-signed. Quentin Jefferson signed with them. Devin Bush joined them. Jordan Hicks joined them. Tony Brown, Rodney McLeod re-signed. Cade York signed with them. And Corey Bojorquez. Bojorquez?
Yeah, Bojorquez.
Bojorquez. Yeah, Jesus, I had to sound that out. That's Spanish, isn't it?
Yeah.
That should trip me up.
That's your people, bro.
That's why I was just like, that looks Spanish, but it also looks fucking
Portuguese?
like, no, I was thinking like Eastern Bloc, dog.
That's funny.
All right, give us the odds.
Yeah, so for Cleveland last year, they finished second, 11-6. To win the Super Bowl, plus 4,000. To win the division, plus 600. To make the playoffs, plus 150. To miss the playoffs, minus 185. And their line has been set at 8.5.
So Cleveland opens the year with Dallas at home. Then they play at Jacksonville, the New York Giants, 3 road games, Raiders, Commanders, Eagles, 3 home games, Bengals, Ravens, Chargers before a Week 10 bye week, perfectly placed Week 10 bye week, at the Saints, Steelers, at Denver, at Steelers, Kansas City, at Cincinnati, Miami, and at Baltimore.
Shit, that's an easy schedule. I'm first. I'll take the no to make the playoffs, no to the Super Bowl, no to the division, and give me the under 8.5.
You heard Jermaine's departures and additions. I don't think they really added anybody, like lost or gained. Walker and Taki are probably guys you want back on the defense, but I think they're fine at linebacker. I think Jerry Jeudy is a guy that they hope to be a big contributor for the first time in his career. I truly think that this division might look like, with their ease of schedule, you have the Cincinnati taking Baltimore's record, Baltimore taking Cleveland's record, and Cleveland getting Cincinnati's record. So with that said, I'm going to say Cleveland makes the playoffs. I'm going to say over 8.5. No division winner, though, obviously, and no Super Bowl.
So you're taking 4 playoff teams from this division?
I think so, yeah.
4?
Holy shit. So you're only going division winners from the rest of them.
Maybe.
All right, he's on a cold streak, ladies and gentlemen. So Nick might be the first one to have 9 playoff teams. 9 to make – but Browns at plus 150 is –
for a team that made – yeah.
Yep. So for me, they're not winning the Super Bowl. I got them winning the division, making the playoffs, and over 8.5.
Big Deshaun Watson guy.
Well, it's just the year you guys finally give up on them and don't take them. So I figured I might as well ride that.
No. I will still take Myles Garrett to win Defensive Player of the Year.
All right.
Yeah, that's until I die.
Eric, I'm actually going to walk you back. I'm going to say Cleveland, no. Cleveland, no playoffs.
Okay. No playoffs. Yeah, he started looking at the rest of the AFC and was like, "Hold up, I can't."
No, I looked at the records from last year, and
Oh, okay.
the Bengals didn't make it last year. So if I'm saying people swap divisions, this division stays in equilibrium, but people just move places and take records. The Browns are making the playoffs.
Nevada, what you got?
So I tried to find a different, weird, or interesting fact about Cleveland, but there weren't really any because Cleveland sucks. So I'll go with the one that most people have probably heard. The Cuyahoga River has caught fire at least 12 times and was so poisonous that rats and other animals were regularly seen floating in it because of its poison.
Yep. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
To read the stories about how the river would just be burning in the middle of the city, dude.
Light on fire.
Can't light fireworks around it.
My stepdad used to say, Cleveland is where God buried his socks.
That's a fair analogy right there.
I don't get it.
It sucks.
Like
it's stinky.
Pit.
It's stinky and smelly.
Well, okay.
It's just simple socks.
I thought too hard on it, I guess.
I like, well, maybe like's a hard or a big term, but bringing in Ken Dorsey as their offensive coordinator. Obviously, we'll see how that turns out between him and what's his face, the head coach calling plays. But regardless, Ken Dorsey comes over from Buffalo, had a pretty decent tenure over there as far as term goes. They hired Mike Vrabel as a consultant. Depends on what he's actually going to do and what kind of input he has, but that could turn out to be a sneaky good hire. As Nick alluded to, got Jerry Jeudy. God knows if he'll ever be consistent and quit dropping stuff. Deonta Foreman to help out their backfield, which I don't know if they're going to need help because Nick Chubb is squatting 600 pounds 8 months after tearing his ACL.
Not a human.
He can run straight line distances, but can't make lateral cuts right now.
That's fine. Is
it good for a running back?
Cleveland has one of the best, if not the best, offensive line in the game, and their defense is stacked. It just comes down to Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he's not suspended this year. Hopefully, he can stay healthy for Cleveland's sake. But overall, I got them over their 8.5. And I think for now, no on the playoffs. I'll have to consider. I got to take a broad view at these 7 teams.
Sweet.
All right, and that leaves us with the very last team. The Pittsburgh Steelers had multiple quarterbacks depart. Kenny Pickett was traded to the Eagles. Mason Rudolph joined the Titans. Mitchell Trubisky joined the Bills. Wide receiver departures. Miles Boykin joined the Giants. Deontay Johnson was traded to the Panthers. And Allen Robinson, who ran the 6th most routes in the NFL last season, joined the Giants. Offensive tackle Chukwuma Okorafor joined the Patriots. Man, they're throwing some curveballs. Mason Cole is a free agent. Marcus Golden is a free agent. Armand Watts joined the Patriots. Quan Alexander is a free agent. Mikael Walker joined the Commanders. Cornerbacks Patrick Peterson and Chandon Sullivan are both free agents. Levi Wallace joined the Broncos. Keanu Neal, the safety, and punter Presley Harvin III are both free agents. As far as additions, the Pittsburgh Steelers brought in quarterbacks Kyle Allen, Justin Fields, and Russell Wilson. They added wide receivers Van Jefferson, Arthur Smith's favorite target. They added Scott Miller from Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Cordero Patterson, who's listed as a wide receiver, but we all know.
We all know. The real ones know.
And Quez Watkins as well came from wide receiver. Mikael Pruitt joined on a 1-year deal. He should get 87 targets this year. Defensive tackle Montravius Adams and D lineman Dean Lowry both signed with the team. Patrick Queen jumped ship from the Baltimore Ravens and signed a 3-year, $41 million deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quarterbacks Anthony Averett signed a 1-year deal, and Dante Jackson was acquired in a trade for Deontay Johnson. Cameron Sutton signed a 1-year deal. Safeties Deshaun Elliott and Miles Killebrew signed contracts. Punters Cameron Johnston and long snapper Christian Kuntz. Ooh, Kuntz. Kuntz. Whoa.
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 Easy there, Tom Brenneman.
Cancel me now. All right, Eric, give us the odds.
So last year, Pittsburgh finished third, 10-7. Super Bowl odds plus 5,000. To win the division plus 800. To make the playoffs is plus 185. To miss it is minus 235. And their line has been set at 8.5 as well.
So Pittsburgh opens the year at Atlanta, at Denver, against the Chargers, at Colts, against the Cowboys, at Raiders, Jets, both New York teams, the Jets first, then the Giants, then a Week 9 bye week, at Commanders, Ravens, at Browns, at Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. Wow.
That end is...
I'll read that again. Week 11 on. Home, Baltimore. Away, Cleveland, Bengals. Home, Cleveland. At Philly, at Baltimore. Home, Cleveland. Home, Cincinnati.
Home Chiefs.
Sorry. Home, Kansas City. Sorry.
They end the season versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not a division game?
Against Cincinnati.
Their penultimate game is against the Chiefs.
Their last 4 weeks are at Eagles, at Ravens, against Chiefs, against Bengals.
That might be the worst stretch I've seen in football history.
Nah,
From
dude.
week 11 to 18.
We say this every year. Every year we look at some of these schedules like, fuck me. Last year, one team had a whole murderer's row. I was like, I don't know how they win any of these games.
Yeah.
No to the Super Bowl, no to win the division, no to make the playoffs, over 8.5.
I'm going to go no to win the division, yes to make the playoffs, no to win the Super Bowl, over 8.5. They'll find a way. It's the way they do. They'll find a way.
I got no Super Bowl, no division winner, no playoffs, and I do have them at over the 8.5, but nothing else.
Yeah, bro, we're not fading the over 8.5. That's a nice tight line. Mike Tomlin can get us a clean 9, no problems.
Yeah,
he'll get us a clean 9 in the first 10 games.
Yeah.
All right, Pittsburgh. In 1936, there was a banana explosion that was caused by the gases used to ripen the bananas. The bananas rained down on the city and damaged towers to a local church.
That's 2 crazy banana statistics on this podcast now.
Yeah, well.
Are you talking about the banana lawsuits?
Yeah, the crimes against humanity that happened in South America by Dole or whatever they're called.
Don't matter.
And Chiquita.
Some Chiquita cartels up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
They say gases for the ripening. That was a terrorist attack.
Don't matter. Keep those yellow nectars of the god coming.
Banana terrorism at its finest, dude.
Do whatever you guys need to do. Daddy needs his potassium.
Who the fuck are these girls singing to take me out? They've just been laughing this whole time.
I am going to be the detractor for the podcast on Pittsburgh.
Oh, don't you do it.
I love me some Tomlin.
Doesn't sound like it.
They still have solid defense, but I think they're going to sneak under like at 8 and 9.
Racist.
Yeah.
I love Mike Tomlin. He's going to have the worst season of his career.
Right. Racist.
Yeah. He's his, was it like 12 years in a row? No losing season, something like that?
18, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Put some respect.
Yeah, no doubt.
18. Yep. I just think, especially like Nick said, would you say it was 11? Yeah, week 11 on.
Yeah. Post bye week, basically.
You get both Raven games, you get both Brown games, you get both Bengals games, and then you can top it off with playing in Philly and against the Chiefs. I don't know how you win more than 2 of those games.
We say this every year, and they beat them.
I know. Well, you guys ain't saying it, so I'll say it. So I have no to make the playoffs. I have them just under their 8.5 wins.
All right. So while I got you here, Nevada, we'll start with you on this. For the division exact order, tell me who you got, and I'll tell you the odds for it.
Come on.
I got Cincinnati. I believe I've got Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
All right. So Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. That is going to be plus 800 for you, brother.
All right.
I went Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati at plus 2,800. Nick, what is your division exact order?
Let's go Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
All right, Cincinnati, Baltimore.
I don't like how much I'm lining up with Nick here.
Bad news, brother.
Plus 900 for you, brother.
Bet it.
Might as well flush that money. I ain't hitting that.
All right, and Jermaine, what you got? The exact same thing?
Same thing. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland, also plus 900 for you.
All right, so Eric was lazy and didn't want to write the player props down. So just give me the name of the player you want, and I'll look it up and give you the odds.
Derrick Henry rushing yards.
First of all, we discussed this ad nauseum earlier.
Ad nauseum? We had 1 2 minute
and it was
conversation.
fucking annoying to have with you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I have a list of all the high hitting players here, so I can name them. And if you guys want any odds for them, I can just shoot them out to you. What do you guys think?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Let's go here.
Rushing yards.
Come on, man.
Now it's not loading.
Yeah, of course.
Rushing yards, Derrick Henry. Let's see here, brother. Let's do Command F once it loads. Give me a second, please.
Well, this is fun. This is great listening, I'm sure. People at home. Here's a trivia question for you guys. What river lit on fire at least 12 times?
Let's see if our roomies were listening.
And in what city was it located?
That's so funny. DraftKings just wants to shit the bed.
It really is just shit in the bed right now, dude.
How about this? Who's gonna have more rushing yards, King Henry or Lamar?
Lamar.
Oh, that's a fun bet.
Interesting.
That's a fun bet, Nevada.
It's gonna be Lamar, but King Henry's gonna have all the touchdowns.
All right, we're just gonna do player props offline, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I want Derrick Henry under rush yards, whatever you give me. I want Derrick Henry over touchdowns.
What if his rush yards is 750?
Under.
Lamar's rush yards at 675. I know that.
Over.
I have over for him as well.
Nick just has Lamar Jackson in fantasy.
Real quick, I wrote a couple of these down. Lamar, his over-under for passing yards is 3250.5. He has only thrown over 3,200 once.
Under.
He's only thrown under 3,200 yards once?
No, he's only thrown over once.
Oh. Damn. That's a pretty good line then.
And it's not alphabetical order. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It was a pain to scroll through it. Zay Flowers over-under at touchdowns is at 5.5, and I believe that was plus money as well.
If I can get T. Higgins over 1,000 yards, I'll take it.
T. Higgins right now is over 875. His over-under is 875.
I will take it. He's hit that 3 out of his 4 years in the NFL.
Nick, you want Derrick Henry at under 975.5?
Under 975. What's his touchdowns?
10.5.
10.5.
Over.
Damn.
Wow.
He's putting up Jalen Hurts numbers.
Over. Goal line back.
Goal line back. He called him old.
Who's the main wide receiver in Pittsburgh right now?
Zay Flowers.
Over. In Pittsburgh.
Over what? Oh, you said Pittsburgh. George Pickens.
Yeah, over.
Over what? Yards or touchdowns?
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I'll get it.
Pickens is 1,000.5. Over is plus 100.
Yes.
Receiving touchdowns is 4.5.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a great fucking line.
Over. What's Justin Fields' kick return touchdowns?
Oh, I don't know if they have that. Nah,
draft
they don't
picks.
have.
Yes.
They don't have returning. Yes, they don't have returning. Are you guys interested in Joe Burrow props?
Yes.
All right, let me look it up real quick. Burrow over 4,500 yards.
Ooh.
Over under. So over is -105 and under is -115.
Over.
Over 4,500.
Over.
Okay. Deshaun Watson. Sorry, Nevada.
I was just gonna say I would love to pick the over for Joe Burrow, but that his injury history just scares the shit out of me. Are you confident he can play all 17, Nick?
Joe Burrow comeback player of the year.
Yeah, Joe Burrow probably wins MVP this year.
Okay.
Highly confident in Joe Burrow. Anyone interested in Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson props?
That would have been good to know 2 years ago, Jermaine.
What?
That Joe Burrow.
Is good at football?
That you have faith in Joe Burrow.
Breaking
Well,
news,
I
Eric.
mean,
Could save yourself
look,
a lot of headache there.
You traded him now, so I could talk freely.
What's the what are the Russell Wilson props?
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
What about touchdowns? Russell Wilson touchdowns.
Does he have a new tagline? Like a
Wilson does not have. Oh nope, I lied. Over 2750 and a half.
17 and a half.
Over.
touchdowns.
So you want over 27
Mm-hmm.
and over 17 and a half touchdowns?
This touchdown was set at 17 and a half.
Yeah, over.
oh gee.
Smash.
You think he plays the whole season?
Smash.
Is that I guess he
Man.
plays the whole season?
Smash. Yes.
Just saying smash does not fill me in, dog.
What's Deshaun Watson's?
Why is it not going to it? Over 3,300 and a half.
And 19 and a half touchdowns.
3,300 and a half.
That's not much in a 17-game season. Does he play 17 games?
He plays 20.
3,300 and a half. I'm going to go under.
Under. That's
Under.
-120. So they believe in your bet.
Yeah,
What's
'cause,
his
who's-
touchdowns out though?
19 and a half.
Oh, that's a fantastic
Damn.
line. And that's a fantastic.
Am I crazy for still having faith that Deshaun Watson could be a good quarterback again?
No. He's just got to get back in that massage program.
Hey, Michael Jordan took 2 years off.
Yeah. Same caliber. of
And
player.
that's what Dabo called him. I'm just saying. Dabo said he's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, if Michael Jordan played football. Yeah, I
They're
get it.
both humans that played in a professional sport. That's about all they have in common.
Well, a couple
And
other
black.
things. But, oh, there it is.
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Yeah, I already took T. Higgins. Give me over.
You want T. Higgins over?
Yeah.
This fucking guy. Dude might not even be on the squad. Well, I guess the bet still counts. Doesn't matter what team he plays for. So, all right.
Over 875 and a half.
Over.
That's a good.
And touchdowns is 5.5.
That's a low line.
Over.
All right, so you got both of those, Eric?
I've missed the whole beginning half of this, so I'm just gonna go back and listen to the podcast and put everything.
All right.
And I also need to get Nevada's yours and mine.
We should just do it then. Just send it to Eric. Take a look offline and just send it to Eric.
Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Zach Moss, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb to run in a zigzag.
Nick Chubb to play one snap and win comeback player of the year.
DeMar Hamlin style.
Fucking DeMar Hamlin.
Aaron Rodgers to win comeback player. We'll get into that.
All right, I think. Oh, we got a little pickle going on here. Fucking Cubs, we're gonna blow it.
Oh, I was like, what?
You guys got anything else for the 10s and 10s?
Nope.
Nah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. As always, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Podcast Room303. I've been your host, Jermaine Clomendes. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moran. And for the producers, the EPE and Nutty Putty, we'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.